Hello, Ron Mithril here once again, and we're starting up the third run through Silent Hill 2, so let's get right into this. Again, we're going with Letter from Silent Evan, still more endings to cover. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with hard action level, why not, and we'll move up to hard riddle level. So yeah, see you as soon as anything really new occurs. So the first major new thing to show off is actually back at the motorhome. So that's where we're headed right now. Just have to get around all the lying figures. Oh, don't worry, we'll play soon enough. Oh, yes, we'll play. So there's the motorhome. And inside the motorhome, we find something new. We have hyper spray. So here's the deal with the hyper spray. It is actually another hidden weapon. The only other one in the game. Yeah, Silent Hill 2, it's kind of low on the hidden weapon scale. You only have the two, the hyper spray and the chainsaw. Unlocking the hyper spray, there seem to be various ways of doing it. In fact, I've read 3 different ways to do it. Method 1. Beat the game once on hard mode. Nice pose there, James. So yeah, beat the game once on hard mode. Beat the game twice, with at least one time being on normal mode. Or beat the game 3 times regardless of difficulty mode. And this nets you the hyper spray. So before we progress, a little lesson about just what the hyper spray is. So let's discuss the hyper spray. This weapon, much like the hyper blaster from the first Silent Hill, is unique in the fact that it is powered by your end ranking. There are 4 different levels to the hyper spray, though most of them make it more of a utility item than an actual weapon. So let's get right into it. The first level is the purple spray, earned with an end rank of 0 to 3.9 stars. This one is, alas, practically useless, simply a utility to help you escape. It does no damage and stuns enemies, but in a way that doesn't help too much. For example, it'll knock lying figures down, but will not do so in a way that you can stomp them. Amusingly though, this is one of the hardest levels of hyperspray to get, as it's surprisingly difficult to get that low of an end ranking. Next up, we have the white spray. This one is yours if you get anywhere from 4 to 7.9 stars. This is probably the most commonly received level of spray. It's a bit more useful, stunning enemies in a way that you can follow up with strong attacks. Case in point, it stuns lying figures so they can't spit at you, but they're still upright. This allows you to follow up with a good dose of chainsaw, or possibly even the Great Knife's executioner swing. The next level is the yellow spray. For this one, you need anywhere from 8 to 9.9 stars. Oddly, however, it doesn't seem like all that much of an upgrade over the white spray. The stun effects last longer, but that's about it. And there's only one thing better you can achieve. For a perfect 10-star ranking, you get the green spray. Now this one is actually a weapon. It will kill any enemy on contact. Well, so long as it's an enemy that can be killed. Alas, you still won't get the satisfaction of killing Pyramid Head by your own hand. Or spray can, as the case may be. But one shot of green spray will go ahead and end the fight as it would normally end. One final note about the hyper spray, and perhaps one of its greatest shortcomings. The fact that it is powered by your end ranking can, in this case, come back to haunt you. I'm not sure if this is the case in any other Silent Hill games where weapons are powered by end rank, but in this case, your hyper spray's power can degrade. If you get an end ranking lower than the one you got in the previous run, you will get a weaker hyper spray. So, back to the action. Okay, so now we have the basic idea of just what the hyperspray is, how it stacks up, that kind of thing. So, due to my most recent endgame rank, I have a white hyperspray. So let's go put it into practice. We just need a volunteer. Why, here comes someone now. Would you like to sample some Giorgio? It stuns the lying figure in place and makes it so he's not quite so spit happy. This sets him up for some combos. Eat chainsaw, you spit happy freak! So by itself, the hyperspray isn't that threatening to enemies, but it does set up good combos. Now, one thing you do have to be wary of. My health is already no longer green, but I haven't suffered a single hit even up to getting to this point. The hyperspray actually will degrade your health if you use it for extended periods. It is an aerosol can, so I guess he can't help but breathe in some of it. You can, however, move while using it. Just be careful about using it for too extended of a period, because it will take your health away. Is it worth the cost? You be the judge. Alright, so we've reached the first hard mode puzzle that's actually different, but before we actually tackle this one... no, never mind. I'm actually kind of tired of looking at that toilet, so I'll cover this after we deal with this. The first puzzle that actually changes is the safe combination. It's not quite so straightforward anymore. VVO, right 3, left VV2, right 1. We seem to have mixed in some Roman numerals, and yet some of these aren't quite right. Basically, you need to add the numbers together. V in Roman numerals is 5, and in this particular combination, it does change on various playthroughs. You just need to add them together. So we have VV0. That would add up to 10. Right 3. Left VV2, which would be 12. Right 1. So we have 10, right 3, left 12, right 1. And a cramped apartment that's a little tricky to find your way around in. Okay, so 10, right 3, left 12, right 1. And there we go. Our usual goodies lie within. So the thing I was wanting to talk about was a bit more as far as things that I've found the hyperspray does. It actually kills creepers right out, so apparently there's some sort of insecticide in there. Fine with me, those are really annoying to take out. It also seems to stun mannequins, and this is a bit of a disappointment. From what I read on the Silent Hill wiki, the hyperspray is supposed to make mannequins fight each other, and I actually sprayed 2 of them with it, but nothing happened. So either I'm doing something wrong, or the Silent Hill wiki is wrong. Either way, disappointing, because I really wanted to see that happen. So time for the next puzzle. It's time to look at the coin desk again, and this time things are getting a bit trickier. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent and empty, heartless and fearless. Beside him sits one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. Dozens of feet, yet not a single toe, the one that is hidden beside him doth go. Seducer of dreams, creature of Hades, lying further from man and closer to lady. Man and woman, seeing all, heedless to the raven's call. Silent and hidden the two may be, they be not there for you to see. Return them to whence they would be, and blessing shall descend on thee. I speak thus with the North Star behind me. The birth of the sun is the start of the story. So, yeah, that's a bit complicated, and we have our 5 coin slots. So let's take another look at this and work through it piece by piece. First lies the seat of he who is peerless, silent and empty, heartless and fearless. Silent is important here. Remember that part of the riddle that claimed silent and hidden aren't there for you to see. This first slot is described as silent, therefore it is empty. Beside him sits one who knows the place of the servant is next to the throne. This tells us that there is someone in the second slot, but we're not quite sure who just yet. Dozens of feet, yet not a single toe, the one that is hidden beside him doth go. So the third slot is described as hidden. So again we get to one of those that is not there for us to see. The third slot is empty. But note also that it describes the one that it's beside as masculine. Thus the second slot, the one who knows that the servant's place is next to the throne, is the old man. Seducer of dreams, creature of Hades, lying further from man and closer to lady. So far we've been going in order here, so it's fairly safe to assume that we're continuing to do so. Seducer of dreams and creature of Hades again is referencing the Garden of Eden, and thus the snake. Lying further from man and closer to lady is kind of just process of elimination that the final slot is the prisoner, the lady. Man and woman seeing all, heedless to the raven's call. Seeing all just means that the man and the woman, the old man and the prisoner, those coins have to be touching all other slots, meaning that they cannot be at opposite sides to where neither one would be touching the center. They can't be right next to each other because then they'd miss some of the slots on the opposite side, things like that. So, as we've positioned everything, each of the other slots is bordered by either the old man or the prisoner. Silent and hidden the two may be, this is just telling us that those 2 slots are indeed empty. And then we just have kind of a flowery closing. So thus, we have our solution. First is silent, so that one is empty. And then the masculine figure who knows that the servant's place is next to the throne would be the old man, so he's second. Then the one that is hidden, so that one's empty. Then we have the seducer of dreams, the snake. And the snake is further from man and closer to lady, so the final one, which goes right next to the snake, is the prisoner. And thus the desk opens and we get the linehouse key, and we can proceed. Wonderful! Hey, what could possibly go wrong? Hey, come on, I just thought you needed some deodorant, maybe. Yeah, Pyramid Head is not impressed by the spray. Yeah, that didn't go well at all.